Shout out to Alpha Media Room for the content. Joe Budden did not hold back when it comes to this Drake Kendrick lawsuit. Obviously, he's been at the helm of covering this whole, hip hop's biggest beef. And he speaks out. He speaks about how he feels. And shout out to the young lady in this JBP spaces, because she's one of the few people that feel like me, that feel like, okay, yeah, we can all that, but maybe this is a little too far. You spent your whole career making music to the conscious community and you threw it all away to beat Drake. You literally became the biggest hypocrite. You said all these things about him only to become that. You got 12-year-olds screaming pedo, PDF. You're Mr. Conscious Community, spiritual community, and you threw that away to pander to the gangbangers now. And I love the music. I still grew up on Drake and Kendrick. I love both those guys. But it's an interesting conversation. Let's get to it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, comment, and subscribe.
That may not be the play. Let me just speak for me, just so we're clear. We have the conversation today because the paperwork that went out kind of confirms a lot of the things that people were thinking, but it was just speculative. That's why I have it today with a different tone. But go ahead, Jonah.
No,
we got 8 minutes and I'm booming this. Improper improv is happening, and I've given you Clipper niggas your month. Merry Christmas. You keep it by giving it away. Go ahead, Jonah.
Talk about it. I just want to say this to the point that was made about the ignorance is bliss or grace. I think there's a big difference. There's willful ignorance, and then there's also ignorance by proxy. So you just don't know because you don't have the access. I do think that maybe some of the nuance that people can be speculative about, there's nothing wrong with it, is saying Drake's ignorance is because he chose to be ignorant. He chose to turn a blind eye and focus on other things. And to your point, he's now waking up, which is good, but I do think that then can still come with, well, you're waking up when now is of a non-benefit to you. And I think that's just where the speculation of why does come into play. And it is fair. Now, is it accurate? But I don't think the ignorance card is he didn't know he's this victim. No, I think he had enough access, enough relationships, enough connections, in my opinion, where that could have been you were ignorant, but ignorance is bliss to you because you were cool with the benefits you were receiving at the time, which is money, hoes, power, fame, success, all the things that are your equity. That's your equity. And I think that's what Elle was saying, is maybe people have different levels of equity, and maybe now Drake is saying, okay, now I want to change what I feel mine is.
Well, I got another question.
And that's cool,
I got another question.
I don't know.
Is Kendrick okay? So let's just say we assume everything Drake is saying is true. This whole conspiracy to almost replace him with Kendrick in a way. I know I'm a lightweight exaggerating, but let's just roll with it. Is Kendrick a hypocrite to take all of the shit that maybe Universal was doing for Drake and benefit from it? And
save more when you get Cox Internet and one unlimited Cox mobile line for just $80 a month.
Try to almost take that spot if his main thing has been so anti-industry? Or is it like, yeah, maybe we want him to
he's a hypocrite in a pawn. He's doing to Drake with
hold on, let me tell you the or is it almost better for him to get that position because he seems like he has the rebel energy where he wouldn't have been just trying to fuck people bitches. He would have been trying to get us to where we're all saying we wish Drake would have went years ago. So is it a good thing? Like, yeah, put Kendrick there because Kendrick gonna play the game the right way? Or is it like, oh, this nigga's a hypocrite. He talked all that shit. Now he wants.
If Drake is too far behind, are we really going to argue that Kendrick can do it now? Is that the argument we're trying to set forth? If Drake is too far behind and he had Kendrick Lamar just got his record label. Like,
yes, I would make that argument, Grandpa Rick. Let me tell you why. Because when y'all were describing when Drake should have did it, it was before he made everybody all of the money. So it's like when you were in a position of, hey, you seem valuable and it seems like there's a lot of money coming in your future, that's kind of when y'all described as the right time to make that move. So that would kind of be where Kendrick is right now, correct?
And I don't think that at this point Kendrick would be able to be bought. I don't think that he's in a position. I think if you listen to some of his art, he does say, no, for real. If you listen to the art, there's a lot of pointing to, I've been there, done that. I processed me wanting to be the nigga with the chains. Now I'm trying to, set people free, etc. With all the bars that all the Drake lovers hate. References where he stands and what's his value. So I do think pawn is I don't know how I feel about that. I won't say I agree or disagree just yet about that statement, but could it present that he's hypocritical? Yes, depending on how deep the relationship goes. How much he does. Him being offered opportunities like the Super Bowl is not a pawn. I just see it differently, and I think it's okay. But I just don't see opportunities where he can get on that platform and present the way we know Kendrick has presented. Kendrick don't present cookie cutter.
Y'all believe this man marketing, and it's so stressful because if y'all think that this man trying to be a martyr, he's trying to become what Drake is. He wants to become Drake. Why do y'all think he put out this album? He's not trying to fight the industry. He's in bad with the industry. They just give you a different
presentation.
He doesn't want to become Drake at all. He actually is the antithesis of Drake.
In the industry,
what are we talking about? He's the antithesis of Drake.
Everybody can see this. Why is he now making commercial music? All of a sudden he want to make West. He was just doing woke books and theses and very commercial prize-worthy albums, and now all of a sudden he want to bang with the West Coast. What do you think that is? Let's just put a plot together. He's trying to make more commercial music so he can.
Now we're gonna act like the day. Now we're gonna act like that sound was commercial.
That sound is commercial.
Hold on,
now this is where
so that sound was so popular.
Y'all cannot see this play. That's
no. I've been in Oakland for a long time.
No, it's the praise y'all make up. Like, that's not a real play.
It's his version of commercial. He can't go make Hotline Bling. Of course not. That would just be so obvious and obvious.
Because he's not chasing after Drake. He wants to destroy what Drake did.
I make fucking TV off. I make Hey Now. This is.
But he's already had all of that. He's done all of that already.
You think
he's done all of that already?
I think that Luther's a way better scissor feature than that Shake Your Ass.
Baby Daddy, sure, but you're not really talking about Slime You Out, but that's fine.
That song was absolutely horrible. Thank God it's gone.
This man is a hypocrite. He's showing you he's showing you the con. Y'all don't want to see it. Y'all believe the hype, and it's clearly that he's trying to. He want Drake's spot. He want to be in bed with the industry. He's not trying to destroy it. If he was trying to destroy it, you don't do this to Drake. You don't get on a public platform and call that man a pedophile.
Drake did it to himself. Oh my God, here we go.
Y'all got 2 minutes, and I'm booming it.
Okay, now here we go.
I disagree with what you're saying. I think the reason why you think everybody want to be Drake is because you see value in Drake. There's a lot of people who don't have that same analysis of. Hold on, let me finish, Rick. Let me finish. There's a lot of people that don't have that same analysis of like Drake is the man, Drake is the spot to be. There's a lot of people who think Drake be on some fake ass shit, some copycat ass shit, some overly commercialized shit, and they don't want to be him. Especially a nigga who feels rooted in what Pac was doing. It doesn't match that a nigga who looks up to Pac wants to be Drake. They're opposites of each other.
And can I say something to what you're saying, Elle? Can I say something to what you're saying? Absolutely, Kendrick should be the person to play. But you want to know what? We want to get a Korean colonizer out the space.
What do you think Kendrick Lamar is? He got 50
Happy belated.
The white
Rick,
do the music.
Rick, take it to Danny's face, Rick. Take it to Danny's face. We hear you, girl. It's over. It's over, girl. Happy belated, Elle.
One thing I can say is them Joe Budden spaces do not play. They're getting down to the dialogue. They're going to have that conversation, and I love it. And I love the fact that Joe Budden allows for that space and creates a safe space for that. I love the fact that he pushes his team to be in those spaces so they can receive that criticism from common people like myself. I love the fact that it's inspiring and motivating for people at the grassroots level like myself as well. So that's all dope and also, let me know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.